Did you see that Matt Smith was coming back?
Very funny.
Roll the intro.
That's not what? What? Is that? That's what we go for intros now. Is that what we've stopped?
You
to?
said I didn't have to be funny this week. Okay.
Yeah, I said no. I only said we weren't because we weren't doing series 2. We didn't have to be like it didn't have to be our funniest episode. You still need to be funny. You still need to make the masses laugh.
I'm deadpan. I'm making the worst jokes. I'm going to have the worst delivery this episode. Okay.
Okay.
Roll the intro.
No, that's not the intro.
Roll the intro.
No, it's not. Stop making it into a thing.
Someone roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast, the show where two Who-tubers get together and talk about Doctor Who. I'm your host, Crispy Pro, and joining me is fellow Who-tuber, Troy Red Arch Alive. How are you?
You changed it. It's meant to be YouTubers, but you made it Who-tubers.
I know.
It's very clever. It's almost like Who-tuber is a word that's never been used before.
It hasn't. I'm pretty sure I coined the phrase. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Did you actually?
Throw that out there. Pretty sure I did. I'm just going to take credit for it.
Let's see. We'll find out if he's correct. Comment down below. Was Crispy Pro the first person to say Who-tuber? Let us know in the comments.
I think I coined the term. I'm pretty sure. I'm not the first Who-tuber, but I made the word.
I popularized it, you know?
Yes.
You
yes,
popularized the term. You popularized it. How are you doing, Crispy?
You know what, mate? I'm actually doing pretty well. I'm so keen to talk about Series 2 today.
Very funny.
Oh, wait.
That's very funny.
There has been a change in plans, hasn't there, Troy?
There's a change in
What's
podcast
going on,
with a
my
plan
boy?
to the point. Perfect podcast with a plan to the point has been... I was trying to think of a word with P.
Perceived, changed,
patinged.
patinged.
It's been
patinged.
There you go. Yes, so I'm an idiot, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's the end of the podcast. Woo! Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys.
I completely forgot the weekend I was going to see the brand new Doctor Who exhibition, Doctor Who Worlds of Wonder, because it's in Liverpool, which is literally right next door to me. Pretty much close enough that it's really amazing that it's there, to be fair with you. And I had it booked for months, completely forgot that it was that certain day. It kind of came out of nowhere, to be fair, but I mean, thinking that we're nearly halfway through 2022 already is a bit crazy. So just the concept of time is not something that we're used to, especially when we watch Doctor Who. See what I did there? It's very clever.
Nice,
It's very good.
Nice,
it's very good.
Nice.
So we thought we would take a little bit of a change of plan because this weekend in the UK is also the Platinum Jubilee weekend. I keep going to say Diamond because of Doctor Who with the diamonds and the two hearts. I keep going to say Diamond Jubilee. It's not.
Looking at too many emojis, mate.
Honestly,
too many
genuinely.
emojis.
I mean, we thought there was going to be another announcement this weekend when Russell T Davies put a picture on Instagram and just put Sunday on it. And everyone went, announcement.
Twitter went into meltdown once
Russell
again.
can't even post anymore now. Bless him. Bless him. I think he has COVID, he put on Instagram. I hope that's not true.
Yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay.
I hope he's okay, mate.
Yeah.
I hope he's okay.
Hopefully
he's got a show to run.
He has. He's got a show to run, and it's not you running it, so, you know, he's got to do a good job in your absence.
Yet.
Exactly. Will Crispy ever become showrunner? Probably not. But, sorry, I've shut that one down right there. I've shut it down.
Oh. I said you were going to be my doctor.
Yeah, well, if you become showrunner, I'll become doctor, but I think the chance of me becoming the doctor are about as likely as, I don't know, the sky turning green.
What? The Aurora Borealis has a hint of green in it?
Aurora Borealis. At this time, in this location, at this
localized entirely
within your kitchen.
In your kitchen.
Great. Beautiful.
Yes.
But yes, so because of the Platinum Jubilee this weekend, that's the point we're trying to get to. It's a bank holiday on Thursday and Friday. I've got plans, which will be over by the time this podcast comes out. So we need to record earlier in the week. I need to get the edit spun around quicker. So we're going to do possibly a shorter episode today. But we thought we could just talk about the exhibition, talk about our experiences with like Doctor Who exhibitions in the past as well, and next week we'll talk about Series 2. So we're just shifting everything along a little bit. It's what we keep doing, you know? I don't feel like we've ever like actually stuck to a plan for an episode at the time it was meant to happen. Like we're no good at it.
But we'll get to them eventually. We'll get to them eventually.
So you're all, you know, you've dabbled with podcasts that don't have any planning. Now you really have met the genuine article because we just can't plan to save our lives. We are the podcast with a plan that is pushed around a lot. We are pushing the perfect podcast with a plan perfectly, and you are perceiving it.
I'm getting that on a t-shirt. I'm getting that on a t-shirt for both of us.
Would you guys buy merch if we made a Who's There Doctor Who podcast merch store? Would you guys buy
We got to 15 episodes and then we plug merch.
Yeah,
Heck
exactly.
yeah.
Plug merch. Let's do it. I made a merch store recently. I've got that expertise. I've got that. I could build us one. Do you have a merch store, Crispy?
No, I mean, I've got a Patreon. If you pay a certain amount, you get a t-shirt. But no, I don't really have merch or anything.
You should make a merch store with like #Crispy for showrunner.
Oh, that's tough.
That's tough.
I like that.
Yeah, do it.
That goes hard. All right.
Anyway,
I like this.
So, Crispy, what are we doing today? What else are we talking about?
We're just talking about exhibitions and stuff, aren't we? There's nothing else to this episode, is there? Is there much?
Guy doesn't listen to the plans that we talk about. I gave him a list of things, and you know what? He's too busy trying to think up funny puns. And we took the intro twice, and he got rid of the pun we were going to use, and I was very sad about it because I thought it was really funny. But,
I'm sorry, because you're a Metal Gear head.
Yeah, that was the joke you were going to make. I wonder what the overlap is between podcast listeners and people who played Metal Gear Rising, because...
I've never played it. I've never played it in my life.
It's become a bit of like a trend at the minute, because like it's a game that released like 9 years ago, and some memes came out about it, and now everyone's playing it, and my chat bullied me into playing it on stream, and it was actually really, really fun. And I just made you watch a video that explained like the plot in a very bad way in about like 2 minutes length. And it was just
one of the most beautifully editing thing I've ever seen in my life. It was insane. It was very, very choppy, but in the best way possible.
And very choppy with his sword. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. If you have played Metal Gear Rising, comment down below. But yeah, so we have got a couple of little bits of news to talk about. Not news per se for one of them, but like just little updates. Because actually it's been very quiet in the Doctor Who sphere this week, which is nice. Because
thank goodness.
I know. We were worried we'd have like loads of weeks with no news. And for once, we're glad to have a week with very little news. So
we needed a week to chill.
Genuinely.
Chillax.
We have got 2 announcements to talk about. Well, not announcements even. One announcement and one other thing to talk about, just to kind of keep you up to speed what's going on in the world of Doctor Who. So first off, this is one that is fairly recent. I'm not sure how long ago this was announced, but the Doctor Who Twitter account has only just shared it to let everyone know officially. But if you are a fan of Doctor Who video games at all, because let's face it, that department has been sorely lacking in recent years, then the 2 most recent games released by Maze Theory, that being The Lonely Assassins, the kind of found phone weeping angel game that was absolutely phenomenal. I think we've both played that. You've played that, haven't you?
Amazing. Yeah, I played it all the way through. It was brilliant.
Yeah, that was brilliant. And then also the most recent console game, The Edge of Reality, with both the 10th and 13th Doctors in, with the Cybermen and Daleks and stuff. Have you played that one?
Very, very cool. I have played that one. Have you played
You've
that
played
one?
both of them? Oh, wow. What a gamer you are, Crispy Pro.
I'm very close with Maze Theory, so...
Okay, you got the buddies. Maze Theory follow us on Twitter, you know. They follow our podcast. I only realised this recently, and I was like...
Maze Theory do?
I was like, that's really epic.
Oh.
Yeah.
We should talk to someone about the game. Anyway.
Bring the entire company onto the podcast, just the entire one in a massive Zoom call.
One massive Zoom call, yeah.
Beautiful. But if you want to get both of those games, they are being bundled together in a physical release. I think from the description, they're both going to be keys. There's no disc, which is kind of sad for a physical collector like me, but whatever.
Oh, okay.
You can get a physical copy of the game. It's about £25, so $30-ish. And I think the release it's currently penned for is October. The date was available on this page, but it seems to have disappeared since I've come back to it. It literally said there was a date, and it's just gone now.
Oh, so it's not out yet. They've just announced that that's what's going to happen.
Yes, it's like a pre-order for the physical version. I think it's at October 18th.
That's exciting.
Which it's October, same as the Centenary. Maybe they'll come out on the same day.
Ooh.
Maybe we can play The Lonely Assassins on a physical edition while the Centenary comes out. It's big Doctor Who.
And then we cry our eyes out.
Yes.
But yeah.
Well. Certainly me. Woo boy.
Ooh.
I don't know about you, Crispy, but I cried a lot of things. I cried a lot of things. If something gets to me, it's very easy to make me cry. It's very easy.
Well, I have some news.
Do
I
you?
haven't told you this.
Oh.
Yeah. I watched the entirety of Sex Education. By the way.
When was this?
I think it was even before we filmed last episode. I forgot to mention it. I watched it just gradually, like in my work breaks, and then sometimes when I come home
in my work hours. I should have been working, but I was just watching Shooty,
when I was just watching.
You did say you were working from home some days, so
Yeah, I hope they're not listening. No. I did it all within my own personal time. But yeah, I watched the whole damn thing, and it's really good. And I'm so excited for Shooty, because he plays Eric in that show, and he is by far one of the best components of that show that makes that show works. And some of the emotional scenes in that, oh my goodness, he can act. And I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very excited to see what Russell's writing and Shooty's performance is going to bring.
And you've now been educated on sex, so that's even better.
And hilarious.
The deadpan delivery of that was fantastic. That
Absolutely
was fantastic.
No, well, I remember, you probably remember the interview too that Russell did at the BAFTAs red carpet when he was saying, oh yeah, so Shooty came in and he wasn't sure quite what to expect, and he had seen Sex Education, but he wasn't like, completely convinced until the audition. So I wonder what Russell saw, because, you know, from what I've seen, I've only seen what he's done in Sex Education, and whilst it's good, you know, I haven't seen necessarily that Dr. Spark that Russell has seen, and so we'll probably just have to wait until the regeneration to see what Shooty's going to do, but I don't know.
I reckon Russell brought some props to the audition from Series 1, and he saw the space pig and went, "You should wash your hands, you dirty pig."
You dirty pig.
Now I need to watch it. I've started watching How I Met Your Father, so I'm going to finish that first, and then I'm going to...
Is it good?
I've seen 3 of the 10 episodes. I'm liking it so far. Not quite as good as How I Met Your Mother, but that was to be expected. Because for context, I'm someone who much prefers How I Met Your Mother to Friends. I haven't even finished Friends. I struggle to get into it nearly as much.
Wow, I'm probably the same. I feel like I know they're the same like field of television, but I mean, How I Met Your Mother, I've seen that show way more times than I have seen Friends.
Yeah. Like I loved it so much. Got to the point when I was in university lectures and I didn't understand what was happening. I would just put my earphones in and watch an episode of How I Met Your Mother and write down the board notes and hope I'd understand them later. Like it's like, you know, if the university lectures weren't there for me, Ted Mosby was there for me, you know, and that's what matters.
Was there for
Ted
you.
Mosby was there
Absolutely.
for me, as was Barney Stinson, you know. It was great. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I've seen 3 episodes, and I'm liking the vibe so far. Like, the first episode ends with an interesting twist that I really like, and I'm interested to see what they do with it. Because when they said it, I was like, okay, all right. And I'm excited to see where they go with it. It's probably going to be like 10 seasons for it to be paid off, but...
Was the twist revealed in the trailer? Like, was it when John Sim took his mask off?
No, I actually don't think I've seen any of the trailers for it.
Okay, because I saw one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We don't have to talk about how I imagine
this is a great Doctor Who podcast.
I think I saw. Look, we ramble a little bit, and you know, it's a good chance for Troy and I to catch up a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
I've seen Sex Education. Is watching How I Met Your Father. Okay.
Yeah. Great.
This is the good stuff. This is the stuff you guys listen for.
And I have.
Oh, what is that?
Sneaky yellow binder thing that you can't see on the audio version. So I apologise for this, but you might remember many moons ago, ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned there was a new Doctor Who trading card collection releasing from the folks at Rittenhouse. And I'll be honest with you, right? I have not got all of the trading cards. I caved and settled for the base 60. Because you can look it up.
That's
I'll see if I can find a link, right? It isn't, but I'll see if I can find a link somewhere. But the thing is, the trading card industry, especially in the UK, has changed so much in the last decade or so. And I was having a proper conversation with someone who works in a Manchester shop. Shout out to, what were they called? Fat Boy 3, was it? I think Fanboy 3, not Fat Boy 3. Fanboy 3. And he was talking to me about all this, how like UK sellers like would buy the boxes and like resell cards and stuff to the point where it was like it was impossible for casual people to get hold of it. So they've pretty much just stopped selling them to the UK as much now, and just like certain sellers, you can buy boxes of the cards off, but not packs in the way you used to be able to. So I very quickly realised I wasn't going to be able to get hold of a box for a very affordable amount of money. Like, to get a box of the cards, it would have been like £150 to be shipped from the US, most likely. And I was like, you know what? It's like, I don't think so. I do not think so. And I looked at the cards, and honestly, a lot of the rare ones didn't look nice. Like, there's loads that are just pictures of the characters with autographs on, and I was like, I don't need these. Like, I don't want them.
Right.
Like, I've got a Mandip and Jodie's autographs already. I've got Sasha's from like actual cool things. I don't need the cards. So
you need the cards for it, yeah.
I just got the base set.
But it's still cool regardless.
Yeah, it's a cool trading card collection, but the best bit is, and I'm going to show you on the video version, but I know that the audio folks, you're not going to be able to see this, so check out the video version if you can. But you can kind of get an impression here. So how it works is they've got 3 cards for every episode of Series 11 and 12. None for Flux, which I still think is stupid. Would have been really good for it just to be the whole Jodie run. But basically, it's like different art cards for different episodes. The camera is not showing this brilliantly. Though. Yeah, the best thing I love is that... Yeah, I've ordered it in such a way where the last page... Let me get to the last page. Is loads of Lone Cyberman ones, because it's The Haunting of Villa Diodati, it's essentially the Cybermen and the Timeless Children. And Ashad is on like about 5 of the cards. It's very, very cool. So I've got a nice little display going here. I bought like a special like binder wallet thing for them, and I put them all in there. And the base set cost me like under £20 for just the commons. And I was like, you know what?
Oh, heck yeah.
That's affordable. I got the base set. I don't need to worry beyond that. I was like, I'm not. There's some special ones because they don't include the New Year's Day specials in the set, like the special cards.
Oh, okay.
Like they're £20 each from like an American seller plus shipping. I'm like, I'd be paying £50 for about 12 cards. I considered it for a second, and I was like, no, I really do not need this. Like, I'm good. I'm good.
Look at you with self-restraint. Oh,
you say that after I bought like 3 pops on the call earlier, so I'm not completely I'm not completely redeemed just yet.
I did witness that.
Yeah, like I literally used our podcast email to get a discount code because I'd already used it on my own email. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, beautiful stuff.
I would recommend if you're interested in the trading card collection. Apparently in the US, it's still very easy to get hold of like just packs from newsagents and stuff. You can look it up. It's from Rittenhouse, REITTENHOUSE. Go look it up if you're interested in collecting the cards, but just be wary that, especially in the UK and relative areas, it's not easy to get hold of them anymore. So if you find someone selling the base set of cards, probably just cave and go for that if you want them. I would recommend it's just much smarter. But it's cool that I got them because it just the thing I'm sad about is that the Doctor Who account didn't ever acknowledge it on their proper account. Like I really thought at some point,
is it an official release?
Yeah, like I thought they'd tweet out and go, the trading card collection is out now, but they never did.
Oh damn!
And I was waiting for them to say something to be like, here's where you can get them in the UK, but of course that's because you can't get them anywhere in the UK, so they've just not bothered to tell anyone, which is really funny.
Wow.
So there you go. There you go.
Strange.
It is very strange. It is very strange. You know, Doctor Strange, you might say. We're gonna sidetrack again. We're gonna talk about Doctor Who at all this week.
We can if we want. It's a show I like.
And we can talk about Morbius instead. You know.
Oh,
we always go back to Morbius.
Welcome back to the Morbius hour. Welcome back to the Morbius hour. How much money did it make?
Did you see on Twitch that everyone was streaming Morbius?
Yeah. You showed me.
If you don't, I did show you. I forget. Yeah, it was after we finished recording. For those of you who don't know, on Twitch there was like a period for about 2 days where about 4 or 5 different people were just live streaming Morbius as like a 24/7 Twitch stream, and Twitch just didn't take them down for like 12-24 hours. So like I checked out one at one point, and just the bit where Matt Smith's doing the topless dance and the song goes "Have sex," like the chat was just
the best
have sex, like just in the chat, or it's morbing time, or he's gonna morb. The chat was just ridiculous, but it was so funny. Like I unironically still love that film, so I don't care.
Honestly, like give it like reckon 30 years maybe, it'll be like everyone's
classic.
Guilty pleasure.
Yes.
Everyone's guilty pleasure. You know what I'm like?
Sadly not Funko's though, because I recently found out some news this morning that Funko were planning to release pops of Morbius.
Oh yeah,
they were going to reveal them.
Why did I know that?
I don't know why you know that. I saw that.
I saw that news too.
I only just found this morning, but apparently they had 2 planned of like base Morbius and Morbius in a lab coat. And after the film's reception, they went, no, we're not going to make them anymore.
Which I find wild because I'm pretty sure the last like 2 weeks or whatever, Morbius has been trending on Twitter consistently.
Yeah, and I feel like some people would buy them even as jokes. So like,
even as a joke.
Yeah, and I buy them unironically, but that's beside the point. But the sad thing is that they didn't do any for Milo in their plans. It was just 2 Morbius ones, you know? Should have been a topless Matt Smith just like doing the pose. You'd probably make a custom one, to be fair. You could probably find the parts to do a custom one.
Get a doctor one.
But yeah. So should we talk about the Worlds of Wonder exhibition now? I feel like we probably should discuss that a little bit.
Tell me about it. You actually haven't told me much about it. I've seen a few pictures you've sent through, but you need to tell me about your day. Tell me about your day in Liverpool.
Ladies and gentlemen, Doctor Who Worlds of Wonder is a brand new exhibition where it kind of shows you a bunch of props from Doctor Who and like talks about the show a little bit, but also explains like some of the science behind it. So if you're into finding out some of the logic behind the show and some kind of concepts, you can get that as well. I kind of thought it would be all science-based with a few like props. It's the other way around. It's a lot of props. It's generally meant to be a Doctor Who museum with a discussion of science around and about, but that bit's very much optional. Like, there's videos that are playing in certain points you can sit and listen to, talking about how time travel might work and how black holes work and that kind of thing. And it was genuinely interesting, some of it, because it was talking about how, like,
that's cool.
Time travel can work with black holes and gravity and that kind of thing. And my brain was just world enough in time the whole time while listening to it. I was like, yes. Just thinking about Capaldi being like, it's all about gravity, you know, like that. Like, that was what was in my head. But it's genuinely just, honestly, on its own, just a giant props museum for Doctor Who. And the best bit is, it's got props from even the classic era in certain spots. You've got like I think City of Death, is it called Daleks? No, it's not City of Death.
Which one? The classic Daleks?
I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the episode. I think City of Death is a completely unrelated thing, but there is a classic Dalek in there. There's a 70s Ice Warrior. There's some really old Cyberman helmets. What we're going to do is I'm going to try and put pictures as we go along, and I'm going to try and share them with Crispy as best I can so we can see them while we're talking. So I'm going to send him the Dalek, the Cyberman helmets, and a Davros now, which I don't think he's seen, so we can have a look at those, and I'll try and flick through them on the podcast.
The Davros.
Yeah, the Davros it's from the 80s episodes with the 5th and 6th Doctors.
Is it a...
So it's very,
that's
very cool.
So cool,
Yeah.
though.
As are the Cyberman helmets and
it's so nostalgic.
the production quality in this place is astounding. I'm going to be honest with you. I was honestly blown away by how good this stuff looked. It was genuinely phenomenal. It was really,
And
really,
how they
cool.
set it up and how well they lit it and stuff.
Yeah, the lighting in there was really good. The way the props were distributed, like it's a pretty decent floor space. There's like several different rooms and stuff, and a lot of the props. The thing that
so
stands out to
cool.
me the most is they're all screen used. A lot of them, not all of them. Sorry, most
Yeah.
of them are screen used. Like there's bunches of like whole sections where it goes, here are a bunch of screen used props. Like I'm fishing through 173 photos, whittled down from about 500. My mum came with me and she loves her photography, so she just snapped a bunch of pictures, including I got
good
one of
pictures
her.
too.
Yeah, I got one of her next to Jodie's TARDIS, which I will share in the podcast. She said she wanted to share this
Jodie's
picture.
TARDIS was there.
Yeah, the exterior, not the interior, unfortunately. But
I was about to say, be impressive if they got the interior there. That's so cool.
Yeah,
Damn, the
it's
TARDIS
lovely.
is massive.
yeah, it's brilliant. Well, actually, I'm not 100% sure if that is Jodie's because the windows aren't yellow. I was going to say the yellows aren't windows.
The yellows aren't windows.
The yellows aren't windows. You know, because I think some classic TARDISes had the same white text on black box for the pull to open. So maybe it isn't meant to be Jodie's.
Oh, maybe it isn't.
No, it's just the windows that are throwing me
still,
off. I'm not
regardless,
sure. Either
it's
way.
cool.
But there was like some absolutely brilliant stuff in there. I'm just trying to go through some of the stuff in my head and like explain it. The thing for me as a huge Flux fanboy was there were loads of Flux props and like all the bits from that. Like you had Tigme, the little droid that Belle's using to monitor like her unborn child.
That's really cool. I really thought they were going to make that like an official merch release, the little Tigme thing.
You know what? This is
That'd
the
be
thing.
cool to have around.
In times past, they would have made that kind of thing a piece of merch.
Yeah.
And like, but they just don't do as much of that these days, and it's a real shame. And I hope when Russell comes
unfortunately not.
back, like maybe because everyone's going, "Oh, Russell's coming back," maybe the merch stores will go, "Oh, we should do more stuff now," which is a stupid argument. They could have done plenty more for Jodie's era, and they just haven't. But
Definitely.
But you've seen Tigme,
I
I've just
love
sent
that.
you Tigme
Yeah,
again.
I love little Tigme.
Yeah, but there was one wall in particular that had a couple of Capaldis and a Jodie. We had one of the moon spider crab things, the moon spiders. What were they even called? I don't remember.
So cool.
There was the a spider from Kill the Moon. There was the bank teller from Time Heist, or the teller, and also the Dalek from Resolution, like the actual like squid version of it. You know, the Uncle Ben, What Happened, Squid Games.
It's really
squid.
cool.
All three of them
Squid Games.
screen use props. So like they're things that did appear on the TV. So that Dalek that's against the wall you can see in the video version. Again, this is one of those cases where, like we've said before, this is the one to watch on video if you haven't already got that impression. So do try and watch it on YouTube or Spotify. But that Dalek, like, you know that bit where it's on the wall and they see it with the light? Like that's the Dalek. That's no doubt the Dalek they used that was on the wall.
It's really well done, and like the way they use it in that episode, like it looks stunning.
It honestly
and
is.
I'm glad it was practical too.
It is absolutely phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Yes. And then we had the Doctor's Cabinet of Curiosities. We're basically just talking about everything that was on there, and I'm going to give my general impression in a minute. It's kind of more of an erratic episode because I'm just kind of sharing my thoughts, kind of like the Comic-Con ones. But here are the inside of the cabinet. I'm going to talk it through so everyone can know what's in here.
Oh my god!
So inside this cabinet that was in the museum at one point, museum, exhibition, whatever you want to call it, was a bunch of different shells with different alien heads on. So you had an Elderood, so with kind of like the double like brain bit on its head. You've got one of the Maya from The Girl Who Waited.
Correct.
The Girl Who Died. The Girl Who Died, not The Girl Who Waited.
Oh yes.
The Girl Who Died.
Yes, one of those two.
The Girl Who Died. The Girl Who Died. She died, and then she didn't. She was then the woman who lived. But one of the Maya, so like when the helmet comes off at one point, you see the Maya's head, which I almost forgot, to be honest. I almost thought it was a classic monster for a second, but no, it's the Maya. You've then got a space pig from a pig slave, a dirty pig from Daleks in Manhattan. You've then got one of the flood monsters from Waters of Mars. You've got Jade from End of the World, the tree lady. You got a Hath head, a Whisper Man head, and also a Dream Crab from Last Christmas. So there's like they're all modern things in there, which was really, really cool, like all these different modern props. I don't remember if this one specified specifically if all of them were screen used. I think some of them actually were and some of them weren't. The Dream Crab almost definitely will have been, like in the Jarlets and everything like that. That almost definitely will have been. Like that was amazing. The thing that was so good about it is, as you can see, there was a lot of modern stuff, but it went up to modern day to the point where there was a Sea Devil that was screen used in Legend of the Sea Devils on the set, like in the exhibition.
Oh, that's so
which was
cool.
so good. Again, I'll put a picture on the screen now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share a picture on screen, which is a bunch of different things together to give you an impression of what this kind of show looked like. So we had a Dreg from Orphan 55, which, to be honest, the more I think about Orphan 55, the more I'm like lightning on the concept. I still don't like the alternate timeline thing. That is still the one plot point that really annoys me, because that just has never been how Doctor Who worked, you know?
Can I give you a fun fact about that episode?
Go for it.
It is, to date, as of time of recording, the lowest rated Doctor Who episode, including classics, on IMDb.
That's a huge yikes. That's a gigantic
that's a big yikes.
No, they're like...
Anyway.
The thing that with that episode is a slight sidetrack, which we'll talk about when we get to our Series 12 breakdown in like a year's time, is...
Correct.
is that... Like, when the Doctor lands at a certain place, it's not an alternate timeline. It's the timeline you've landed in. Unless you make a conceited effort, to, like an actual effort to go back and fix something, that is the future. You don't have possible timelines in Doctor Who. It's not like a multiverse. You know, there was the Master timeline in Last of the Time Lords. They had to rewind time to fix what happened. It wasn't a possible future. It was the future until they fixed it. You know what I mean?
Damn.
So,
Damn.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Benny?
Love how I go to make a discussion about Doctor Who and Crispy's just
Benny?
like, memes.
Hey. Benny?
Stop. Just stop.
Benny?
Okay,
Sorry.
enough. But you can see alongside on the picture, which we got sidetracked, there's a Silence. There's also War of the Sontaran. You've got a Silurian head from both modern era and classic era, and a Sea Devil.
So cool.
And you've also got the Silence, which looked really, really cool. And then what else was there? Oh, there's a Silence as well there. Oh, wait, haven't I already said that?
I saw where that was going immediately. That was good.
That's really weird. No, I feel like...
That was really well played.
But yeah, so you can see there's the Dreg, the Sontaran, and the Sea Devil, so we've got loads of Flux monsters, and then... Oh, wait, there's Silence above them. Where is that? I swear I've said that already. Have I not said that already, Crispy?
Nice.
Did I say that already?
Oh, there's a Silence there.
Is there? Whoa, yeah, there's some Silence there. This is enough. The thing that I loved was that this section with the monsters in, there was also a really cool Weeping Angel, which I will show as well. It's about sending images. This is the images.
No. Isn't there a saying about the image of an angel?
Oh, that's a good point. Well, you know what? It's too late now, so everyone watching, you're all going to become angels. But there's an angel in here as well. There was basically like a sub-room that was full of monster things. So there was the Davros that I mentioned, the Cyberman heads, a giant Cyberman, a giant Time War Dalek, bunch of different bits in there, and it was in a separate monsters room. And the thing I loved, and it's a little bit like, you know, it's meant to be for kids to make you laugh and all that, but it still made me chuckle, was there was a warning on the screen, which I'm going to send you as well as an image. You can see in the little warning box, it says, "Warning, this room does not have a sofa to hide behind. Parents should be accompanied by all times by responsible children." Which I just chuckled at. I thought it was really, really
that's
funny.
Really cool.
Probably more than it should have been. But I still found it very funny.
That's good.
My mum also got some great pictures of just the Pating's backside, unintentionally. So I'll put a picture on screen of the Pating's backside. There were loads of videos showing like some of the monsters from the modern era and like concept arts and stuff like that in a similar area. And she was just trying to take pictures of the screen. At one point, the Pating is just bent over. It's so the video listeners are really getting a treat today. They're seeing that Pating booty, you know, the Pating booty.
Wow.
And also the Pating about to swallow a giant piece of scrap. I mean, that mouth is huge, like a Venus flytrap. Hump. Making chomping noises now. This is the weirdest episode we've recorded, like in the entire show. The energy.
We've been weirder before. I sang a song on one of them.
Yeah, but I mean that wasn't live. That was pre-recorded.
No. That was a live song.
Are you ever going to sing a song live?
For us on the podcast. Troy. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
He's bringing the song back, ladies and gents.
I wasn't able to edit the podcast last week.
Beautiful. That's very, very good. I was just wondering, because in the middle of recording, he's just typing in Discord, and I was wondering what he was typing, but
sorry.
He stopped now.
I've stopped. I was typing Pating booty.
Oh, really? You were typing Pating booty in Discord. What are you, 12?
No.
Okay, 13. Fine. You should grow up, boy. You should really grow up, you know.
Better.
You should grow up. But yeah, there was the whole different bits, and like I said, there was little videos from actual like university lecturers explaining concepts behind like time travel, black holes, that kind of thing. The thing that one of the little bits of attention to detail I loved the most about this place though was the wall decorations, because as a lot of you know by now, once the centenary had stopped filming, they took apart Jodie's TARDIS. Some pieces were given to members of staff, that kind of thing. There's one piece of it on eBay going for like $2,000, which
what?
You know, in a world where have you not seen that?
No, send it my way. What is it?
I'll put it on the screen if it's still available on eBay. I don't know if it is, but I will just look it up.
I will bid I will bid.
You will not bid on that. Don't be ridiculous. Oh, there's so many. There's another one here. TARDIS roundel hexagonal piece. They're all £2,000.
How do we know they're real? How do we know they're real?
I mean, realistically, you don't. Or the one that I have my eye on that was like the hexagonal piece, the proper one, is gone. But there's other bits of her TARDIS that are on the available, which then there's loads of watches it's telling us. Here, I'll send you one of them and I'll put it on the screen nonetheless.
Yeah, please. How big is that?
I don't know. The measurements might be on the listing. Feel free to have a little snoop. That means someone must have bought that one for £2,000. That's not on there anymore.
Sheesh.
Wow. If only I had that kind of money. My goodness.
No, the only Doctor Who prop I want is Planky. That's the only Doctor Who prop I want.
That's great. Yeah, me too. What's this one? 13th Doctor TARDIS console lens piece, screen used. Okay, so where's the picture of it being used on screen? See, if this was an eBay listing and it was a screen used prop, I'd show a picture of the prop being used. And the listing has not done that. But a bunch of the hexagonal pieces that kind of decorated the outside, like the exterior, like the wall of the interior of the TARDIS, I can't describe it very well, were put up on the walls in all different places. And it was really, really cool to see them everywhere, because I was like, oh, I want one of those pieces of the TARDIS, you know? I wonder if I broke it and stole it.
You could have stole it.
I'm joking.
And then put it on eBay for £2,000.
If I'd have done that, which I never would, for the record, I never would. Me no thief. I might play Payday, but I'm not a thief, you know?
Nice.
Go on, say the line. Say the line, Crispy. Say the line.
Payas Deus?
Yeah, great.
Mark?
Yeah, that's a reference that I don't even think anyone's even going to get, but we get it, so it's fine.
But we're funny.
But like, if I ever got one of those, I would never sell it. I'd just have it. I'd have it in my room. I'd put it up on my wall.
Yeah, of course.
Piece of Jodie's TARDIS.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be beautiful. It'd be so good. It'd be so good. But yeah, so props coming out the wazoo. The Sea Devil was great. It was also really cool to meet. Is it Lauren Law that you say her name? You know, the girl behind Daughter of Mine. She was at the exhibition. It was really, really cool to meet her.
What?
Yeah, I sent you a picture of her.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was really, really cool to meet her. You know.
I like that she's in the mirror though. That's
I'm letting the audio listeners kind of sweat for a second and go, wait, you met a cast member?
Yeah.
No. There was a mirror there that they like overlaid an image of Daughter of Mine onto it, like she'd been trapped inside a mirror. It was very, very clever. It was very clever, to be honest with you. But I have got a few other screen props to show you and share on the screen. There's so many, honestly. Like, we could be here all day. There's tons I'm not showing. Like, there's Cyberman heads, there's handles, there's K9, and they said KSI for some reason. I don't know why I nearly went to say KSI.
Oh he was on there. KSI is just in there for some reason.
K1 from Tom Baker's first episode, the Skovok Blitzer, the Half-Faced Man, Omega, the orange spacesuit.
Oh my god.
I kind of have to show the orange spacesuit on the podcast.
Please.
Yeah. It labelled it as Clara's spacesuit, but I was like, well...
Excuse
Yeah, it was called
me?
Clara's orange spacesuits. Maybe it was a screen-used one by Jenna Coleman.
By Jenna, yeah.
But there was also the Vasha Narada suit, which was very cool. You know, who turned out the lights? Funny meme.
I thought you were going to say the Vasha Narada were there, and it was just like a shadow.
Yep. And we had the oxygen spacesuit, which was really, really cool.
Oh my gosh, so many spacesuits.
Yeah, well, we're building up to one, because last week, Crispy, you told me you had a favourite episode.
Oh my gosh.
From Doctor Who.
No way.
Would you like to remind the people what the episode was?
Why am I getting starstruck? Oh, it's the Impossible Astronaut.
Here you go, buddy.
Oh, you're going to make my Christmas. Oh, there it is.
The Impossible Astronaut spacesuit was there. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, right, Crispy needs to see this. It's like, get photos.
I don't want Planky anymore.
I
don't want Planky. I want this. I want this
for
my birthday,
buddy.
Troy.
Come to Liverpool.
No, send it my way.
Break into the museum and steal the suit.
No, just ask someone nicely.
I'm not Christina D'Souza, you know, this isn't Planet of the Dead.
Oh, nice. Good reference.
Did that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
little niche ones, maybe. A little bit more niche, Hey, listen, mate, if you get over to Liverpool, we can go around this. We can make a vlog. It'll be great. It's open till October, so you physically could do that.
I would love to go. But how long is this staying up for?
It's open till October. I just said that, buddy. Listen to what I say. Come on, man. You don't need to...
Sorry.
You know what this is? It's
Australian
Australian
flag. Something else was happening in October. I thought something else was happening in October.
Yeah, the centenary.
Oh, the centenary.
And the game double release.
Why would they close it?
You should come over. Oh, imagine if the centenary was early in October.
Stop.
You came over and went to the exhibition, and then we both watched the centenary together.
For my birthday?
That'd be wild. Imagine. Let's make it happen.
Okay.
BBC, release it on Oscar's birthday. Oh, I've just used your name. Forget it.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. Just
no,
keep
you
it
do
in.
care. You do care. We're not.
I don't. We've said it before.
Have we?
On this? Yeah,
don't
with
think we
my
have.
Capaldi thing. Yeah, with my Capaldi thing.
Really?
My Capaldi present. It says it's like directed to me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
we've
we said it.
We've now
We said
doxed
it
your
then.
first name. Everyone knows your first name is Oscar. His name is Oscar. Everybody, there you
Oh,
go. His name is
no.
Oscar.
And my last name is Cookie Crisp.
Oscar Cookie Crisp. Why do you have a box of Cookie Crisp on your desk, man? Why?
At all times. At all times.
At all times. I'm just trying to look through if there's any additional props that I want to talk about. The first Doctor's TARDIS was there. Should I show you the first Doctor's TARDIS, Crispy?
Please, I would.
I'll
I'd
show
love
you
to
the
see
first
that.
the first Doctor's TARDIS. That was really cool.
Oh, and Jodie's in the background there.
There's so much, honestly, yeah, there's so many different bits to show you. Like, I honestly, we'd be here all day talking about it, honestly. And I'm sorry for the kind of more sporadic structure of this episode, because like we said, it's like the Comic-Con episodes where it's just kind of hurling information,
just
talking
everything.
about it. But it's fun, you know, it's fun to share these pictures, and
No, yeah, because I don't get to go. I don't get to go to these things.
we're sorry, audio listeners, okay? So please do check out the video version if you ever get a chance. Remember, you can listen on Spotify if you don't want to use YouTube, so it is available to do that. You could download the podcast on Spotify when you're at home and watch the video version on the go when you're out. You can do it. It is an option, so please remember that.
It is an option. It is an option.
But do you know a fun fact? Do you know who was talking us through this exhibition at different points?
Did you have a guide?
What we had a guide of sorts. If I send you the picture,
Oh.
you can tell us who our guide was. Who was our guide, Crispy?
It's Sir Mark Gaddis.
Sir Mark Gatiss. Imagine if he was a sir.
He might be. I don't know. He probably deserves it.
He's not a sir, is he? Is he a sir? Mark
I don't think so.
Gatiss.
Did I tell you the time I met him?
No, he's not. Did you meet? Oh yeah, was that at the convention with all the others?
Yeah. No, it was at the convention, and he was like, "Oh, I thought Crispy was a girl's name." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Wait, you thought there was a girl that was actually called Crispy?
Yeah. Well, he like someone said to him, "Oh, you're going to be interviewed by Crispy Pro for some reason." He's like, "Oh, I don't know why. I just imagined you were a girl." I was like, "Okay, no worries."
And you went, "No, I'm actually Cookie Crisp," and you showed the box
I'm
again.
actually a Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, we still he's in his bedroom, right? And I don't know why he has a box of Cookie Crisp in his bedroom. I
Just
mean,
in
I
case I
ate
need a
Crave
little
in my
snack.
bedroom this morning, but I didn't bring the box up. I just took the bowl upstairs. Like, I don't understand why you have a box in your room.
I don't know, man. I'm in Australia. I do what I want. We break the rules all the time.
What company made that cereal? Just wondering.
I have no idea. I think it is, well, my housemates got it for me because I'm Crispy Pro and they thought it'd be hilarious if they got me some Cookie Crisps.
Oh, really? That's
so
great.
it's made by General Mills. I don't know.
Oh,
I've
so
never heard of General Mills.
it's not made by Ranskorov Kellogg's.
No. This is the best podcast in the world, folks.
Yeah,
this
it's great.
is
It's
the
great.
best.
Terrible jokes.
Wow.
Just great vibes.
Wow.
It's a fun time all
Wow.
around. It's a fun time all around. But to sum it up, I've been to a few Doctor Who exhibitions, and Crispy's going to tell us about his in a moment because he's been to one, semi-recently, was it, in Australia?
Oh, it was not semi-recently. It was like in 2015. I've mentioned it briefly.
Okay, so we'll talk about that in a minute. We've both been to exhibitions basically in our time, but this one, I think the thing that makes this one stand out is because when you've been to ones in the past, especially the one I went to in Cardiff in like 2009, which was phenomenal. I remember loving that as a kid. You got to remember that had far less material to work with. That only had material up to Tennant's era. So in terms of
True.
modern Doctor Who props, you only had 3, maybe a bit of 4 seasons at that point worth of props to last, because obviously the props weren't immediately ready after the episodes had come out, which is why the fact that this one has a Sea Devil in it, like just over a month after Sea Devils came out, is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I love that.
It's impressive.
So just the fact that we've got props going right up to the very most recent episode of Jodie and scattered from all different bits, like I don't even know where I showed the Carvin Easter outfit. Did I show that?
Oh yeah, no, you need to show that.
I don't think I showed that, so I'll put that on the screen now, which you've seen it, so I don't need to post it again. The editing's going to be so much fun for this, not even for time, but just for putting all these images on. I'm going to have like 50 markers going, put this image here, this image here, this image here, that image there, that image there, this image here, this image there. Like, it's going to be very fun. So probably doing a short episode would be nicer for my sanity.
Absolutely.
Just having all the different eras there and all of them having playing a decent part. I think realistically, if I think about it properly, I think Matt Smith's era is probably the one that had less props, because there were definitely a good amount of Capaldi, a great amount of Jodie, a good amount of Tennant. I'm just trying to think what there was for Matt Smith. I don't think there were as many Matt Smith props now I think about it. There was the creature from Hyde, which was really, really cool.
Oh.
Which I think might have been a
the one with
screen-used
the
one.
crooked neck?
With the crooked neck and the teeth. And
Yeah.
did I show you that one? I don't think I did.
You haven't shown me that one.
Well, in the meantime, I'll show you and I'll show the listeners Nardole and King Hydroflax, because their heads were just kind of handy. There was a Tesselecta next to King Hydroflax's head, so there's a There's a reference to Matt Smith era.
Well, there's Matt Smith, yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of Matt Smith. I'm just trying to find the creature. There's like basically 2 batches of photos right now, and I'm trying to find it in the right batch. I kind of have an idea as to where it is, but I've got to find it. I can't find it.
There's so much good stuff. I'm so
Here
jealous. We never get anything like this in Australia.
You will get over here. It's what I've said now. Get into Liverpool and come around it with me. Done.
Should I check flight again? Check some flights.
Yes, check the flights right now and book it live on the podcast.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I've sent you that's the head of the creature from Hyde. Well, I say the head. The man's got a giraffe level neck.
I've never seen it with this lighting before.
Yeah,
look at him.
My mum's good with their photography.
That is a
she captured all those teeth. All those teeth.
She did get all of those teeth. Wow,
brilliant. A lot of teeth. It's almost more teeth than Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's a niche reference, but
I tilt my head. It's too niche. It's too niche for a Chris.
Okay. If anyone's seen the video that I'm thinking of with regards to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you'll get it. But if you haven't seen the video, you won't understand it and it won't be funny. But it's funny to me, and that's what matters, We make a podcast for ourselves, not for our audience. Which, by the way, I should mention, we have
ever.
We have 3,000 plays on audio platforms now.
Oh, let's go.
I think it's shot past that, to be honest with you. I mean, where are we at? Let me look it up right now. 3,237 with an estimated audience of 282. Our audience is getting bigger and bigger on audio. It's dope.
Oh my god! The last time you told me we were just cracking 100.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Thanks, guys. Oh, that's really nice. Genuinely.
Yeah, well, we have access to the performance graphs. We can see how it's doing week on week, and the graph for the weekly performance is doing really, really well. We've had a couple of peaks recently with the Sea Devils episode and the episode with Dominic. But the graph is there's a good trend right now for how you all are listening and enjoying the podcast, and it's really, really cool to see. So we appreciate it greatly. We really, really do. It's been very, very fun, and we appreciate you all hanging out,
And did we mention we had our first 1,000 views on YouTube?
We did. We just hit it before the episode came out, so the last episode, which is great. But just to finish off, I'll show you what I got from the gift shop, because there was a gift shop. There were some cool little memorabilia bits and stuff. There were some posters and postcards. So I got some postcards to begin with. We got a top-down view of, I believe, is it Jodie's TARDIS? Oh, no. Oh, right. Yes, I see. Different TARDIS. Oh, it's different TARDIS chunks from eras. So 11th Doctor's TARDIS, 4th Doctor's TARDIS, 9th and 10th in different parts. You can kind of see an overall plan there. We have this one of a Dalek and the insides of a Dalek, which I thought was quite cool.
Oh, that is really cool. Oh, I really like that.
Yeah. We've then got a TARDIS structured by quotes, which was really cool to me because it has Life is Stranger Than You Think. And as you might know, Crispy, I'm a very big Life is Strange fan. Know. So seeing Life is Strange on there is really cool in a Doctor Who postcard. And then I got one card that says Life is Stranger Than You Think as its own quote, which of course got me very excited. But I then saw there was a relatively well-priced print mounted of that quote. Look at that.
Oh, whoa!
Life is stranger than you think. How cool is that, gamer? How cool is that? It's true. It's very true.
Yeah, that's really cool.
It's very true. It's true. So I can't really prop it up, I don't think, unless I kind of slide it. Oh, there you go. It just says you think. There you go. It says you think.
We do. Think? We do think. Yeah, think.
And I got it as a coaster as well. A little Life is Stranger thing.
Oh wow!
So
nice little merchandise you got there, mate.
You ever see me drinking? I have lots of drinks in my room, so I've got to have coasters for them.
Yeah, well, mate, this is what I'm having.
What are you having?
A bit of Cookie Crisp.
Oh, mate. Okay, tell us about your exhibition so we can wrap up.
Just before that, I'm just having a look now. I can get flights for $2,000, maybe. I booked it for when I think the centenary is, and I think I could do that. Maybe.
But you know what you should do? You should not buy that. You should buy the TARDIS piece on eBay.
TARDIS piece, or be in Liverpool and see my friends and maybe go and visit some Doctor Who
maybe
stuff.
Maybe steal a TARDIS piece from the museum. We're saying this a bit too much, I want to tag the Liverpool Museum in on this and be like, hey, we told about your exhibition. It's really cool. If I do that and you are listening, I promise I'm not actually going to steal anything. It's just very cool you've got those pieces on the wall.
Of course not.
It's very cool.
But yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, do you want to tell us about your experience with an exhibition?
Yes, I would love to. I think I've mentioned it to you briefly, but I'm not sure how much I've mentioned on the podcast before. So, it was in 2015, and my relationship with the BBC was absolutely
on the rocks.
Beautiful at the time. No, it was not on the rocks. Not on the rocks. It hasn't been yet.
The night's still young. You were saying?
The night is still young.
I'm
The
joking,
night is
I'm
still
joking.
young.
Go on.
So my official job title with them, and I still claim that it is, even though it doesn't happen as much, but I am the Australian correspondent for Doctor Who. So I have a pretty good working relationship with them. And they flew me out to the Doctor Who festival to do some interviews with the Doctor Who cast at the time. And they were using, what is that live show? Periscope, the platform?
I don't know for sure. I know what's coming and
no.
I'm waiting for it.
You're waiting for what, mate?
You know what
You're
I'm waiting for.
What?
You met the cast.
Well, I met a lot of them. This wasn't the Doctor Who World Tour. This was the festival the year after the time I met Capaldi. This isn't the Capaldi story.
I was waiting for the
Don't
hello,
you worry.
Crispy.
No.
God, say it. We're all getting nostalgic.
This is the
Say
sequel. Oh, so when Capaldi met me, he went, "Hello, Crispy."
There we go. Great.
It was
We got
very
it in there.
exciting.
We got it in
Yeah,
there. You've dabbled with recurring jokes. Now meet the genuine article.
Hello, Crispy.
Hello, my dear.
So, hello, my dear. Hello, Crispy, my dear.
Imagine if you met John Sim and he did that voice.
John Sibley. Look.
Hello,
that would change
Crispy, my
life.
dear.
Changed my
I
life.
have seen your YouTube content and your podcast. Who's there? A Doctor Who podcast. I wear burglary mask. It is for disguise.
You still like disguises?
They are, of course, rather necessary when you happen to be someone's former prime minister.
John Sim?
Imagine that music had played. Would have been great. Okay, so the exhibition.
Yes, so I went to the Doctor Who festival, which I'm pretty sure they had in the UK. Did they have that in the UK?
I don't know,
swear they
because I
did.
didn't. There was a Doctor Who experience in London for a few years, and I never went to it. No idea why. I honestly don't know why.
You should have.
I went to the Cardiff one in like 2009ish, and there was one in like I think Manchester-ish. There was one in Liverpool actually before in a place called Spaceport that was very, very cool.
Oh, cool.
So I've been to a few, but like the most recent one before this one, the experience, I never went to. So that might have been the one that overlapped with the festival. I don't know for sure. People can clarify if I'm being stupid, which is more than likely.
But anyway, there was a festival that came out to Australia, and they had this like massive exhibition hall. It was basically, imagine your typical like Comic-Con or whatever, but just all completely Doctor Who stuff. It was awesome.
Like Star Wars Celebration, but Doctor Who.
Yeah, basically, like literally.
Which, by
that.
the way, is coming to London next year. So
I saw that as well.
I really want to meet
Massive.
Temuera Morrison. So if like I'd probably butchered his name, but if he goes there, I will
Go. Do it.
get a photo
Do
with him in the
100%.
background. You just hear the Book of Boba Fett theme blasting.
Yeah.
I love that theme. It's the point where I literally annoy everybody like by playing it while I'm playing games. Like I have one friend in particular, and we play Star Wars. Whenever we play Star Wars and Boba Fett pops up, I just play the theme. He just waits in the background and just goes, you know. I feel like I should stop interrupting you. I'm really sorry. This is why people say that I talk more than you, because I can't shut up. This is my problem. I am very sorry, Crispy.
Don't apologize, mate. Don't apologize.
Guys, you made me self-conscious now, okay?
Stop.
Are you happy now?
Just breathe. Have some. What are you drinking? Have some of that.
No, I'm not making any bad jokes. Cordial.
Fair enough.
It's a nice cordial, you know.
So anyway, it's basically Comic-Con for Doctor Who. It was cool. There were like full-on monster demonstrations. I'm pretty sure they got one of the people out in like a Maya costume and showed people like the Maya were just walking around.
Mate.
They had some Dalek operators,
came out, wasn't it?
Sorry?
That was the year that the Maya were in Doctor Who 2015. So that was like a current monster.
Correct. When the festival was, it was about when Sleep No More aired, I think.
Oh, wow.
So that was around the time. So just before Heaven Sent. And so I was able to meet some really, really cool people. I met the director of the Zygon Inversion two-parter, and he's from Sydney, which was really cool. And I was like, I would love to have your job, mate. So I interviewed him. I got to interview Osgood, which was really nice. Ingrid Oliver, she's a lovely, lovely lady. Like, she's one of the most sweetest people. And she really took her time with me, and she trusted me a lot. We finished the interview, and then she came back and was like, "Oh, Crispy, do you know where the bathroom is?" I was like, "Oh, this is a very strange thing. This is a weird moment." So that was funny. And then I got a chat with Sylvester McCoy, and as you know, Sylvester McCoy is a very, very nice man.
Oh, he's
very,
such a
very
gentleman.
nice man.
He's so lovely.
He's so whimsical. And I remember that we took a photo together, and in my photo, you know, like naturally, I just kind of like went like that and like pointed to him, and then he picked up on that and just went straight back at me, which was really, really cute. But anyway, here's the tragedy of it all. You know how you were really you were thinking, oh my goodness, maybe Crispy could chat to Capaldi again, because Capaldi went. He was like one of the headliners there. He had like all these Q&As. He was there for the 2 days of the festival.
He could have said hello, Crispy again.
He could have said hello, Crispy, and it was only 1 year since we last spoke, so the chances of him remembering me were quite high. And they said, "Oh, we can't get an interview on the first day. We've booked one for the second day." But unfortunately, I had a flight to Fiji that day, so I was only at the Doctor Who festival for 1 day, and the director of the Zygon two-parter interviewed Capaldi instead of me, and that stuck with me. That stuck with me.
You chose Fiji over Capaldi.
The flights were booked. It was a very last minute thing that they rang me in, and I was like, oh, I could do the 1 day. Like, oh, heck yeah, come down. But to this day, I would have loved to have seen an alternate timeline where I got to hear Capaldi say, hello again, Crispy. But no.
Hello, Crispy.
Yeah.
Neither of us can do a good Capaldi impression. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah, it's
can't.
awful. It's awful.
Clara!
Sounds more like Shrek or something. Layers! Ogres have layers!
TARDIS has layers.
It does, actually. It's a very, very good point.
It does. But yeah, anyway, that's my tragic Doctor Who festival story.
And on that note, thank you everyone for listening.
Thanks, guys.
But yeah, so sorry for reorganizing the podcast with a plan again and not doing series 2 this week. But like I said, it's going to be probably slightly shorter episode. It might end up being an hour after all anyway. But we need to record on the Monday so I can get this edited and uploaded and spun around for Saturday. So we want to kind of have a bit more of a chill episode. That, to be fair, it's probably not going to be as chill because the amount of photo editing I'm going to have to do. Maybe we should have talked about series 2 instead. Maybe we should have.
Series 2's great.
Series 2's really good. There you go. Listen next time. But then again, it gives people more chance to give their thoughts. Which, to be fair, I didn't like when we put that episode up and it was like, you've got 2 days to reply. I wasn't the biggest fan of that anyway. So it gives people more chance to reply. So you might be listening and you could go, oh, respond now. And if you were listening after the Monday and thought, oh, we'll have recorded by now, it's too late to leave a comment. Well, it's not now. So go and leave your comments on Series 2. Let us know what you think. Favourite episode, favourite character, favourite plot point, least favourite plot point, least favourite character, least favourite episode. What do you think of the Absorbloff? Why is he the best character in all of science fiction? Let us know all of that down below in the Spotify Q&A and the YouTube comment section.
Once again.
But Crispy, if they want to get in touch with us on our socials, how do they do that?
Oh, that's very easy. It's just at Who's There DW on Twitter and Instagram.
There you go. Amazing.
I was scared I wasn't going to nail that.
I was wondering. I was like, hang on a minute. Does he know this? You know, you need to be our social media manager, man. You know, you need to be.
I know nothing. I don't have a degree in marketing. Well, kidding, I do.
I was gonna say. I thought you were saying that like I did, and I was like, well, mate, I hate to break it to you, but I have a degree in maths. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
and that's why you plus me equals good podcast.
You plus me equals you me.
What? Oh, he is good at maths.
I'm great. Do you know 1 + 1 = window?
Oh, whoa. Oh my gosh.
Have you ever seen that 1 + 1 =
primary
window?
school? Yeah, of course I have. Of course I know that.
I never heard that in primary school. I heard that in like a really bad joke in like school at some point from somebody, like in high school.
Oh, please. My primary school was a bad joke. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Wow.
I loved my schooling experience.
You think, Crispy? You think?
Audio listeners don't get that visual joke.
Occasionally we'd do that, we'd go to a till, I think she was buying something in the gift shop, and they were trying to work out the price or something, and neither of them could work it out, and I was like, it's this price. And we went, oh, Troy did maths. I was like, I've got to find some use for it at this point. I mean, when else am I going to use it? Yeah. What I'm doing is tutoring high school kids maths. I'm not using the degree level, so, you know. I'll take any excuse.
Aren't you supposed to be tutoring one now?
No.
No?
I had a lesson booked this morning and the kid didn't show up. So we could have started recording earlier. Honestly, why did the kid not show up? Disgraceful behaviour. Very, very
He probably
upsetting.
saw you had a very popular Doctor Who podcast and was like, you know what? I'm going to let this man relax.
And what about the previous 7 times he hasn't shown up?
That we've been recording how many episodes now?
Well, that's a good point. But anyway, speaking of recording, we're going to wrap this episode up here. So thank you all very much for listening. We do greatly appreciate it. And if you have enjoyed, make sure you like on YouTube, you follow on Spotify, rate 5 stars on Apple and any other platform that takes ratings. I think Spotify might do. Who knows? Rate the 5 stars. Leave a comment on Apple. We should check Apple and see if there's any actual reviews on Apple. and like read them out?
I'll do that. I'm going to do that really quickly right now.
Really quickly right now. You have 20 seconds.
Look at this.
Cue the countdown.
Okay, I can do that.
You got it?
Oh no, I just started playing our episodes.
Great, fantastic. He's giving us views. He's giving us views.
I'm giving us views. Oh,
Here comes the
through the app?
Money. Money.
I don't think it's showing me on the actual app. I might have to go into the iTunes store.
Well, there you go. I guess we're not finding out today. You know, in the words of the music artist Kanye West, I guess we'll never know. I'm not even a Kanye fan, but I've just seen that quote. And I thought it was a funny quote.
I guess they'll never know.
People ask me what I would have done if I didn't win this award. I guess we'll never know. It is a funny quote.
I guess we'll never know.
It is a funny quote. He's an interesting human being, but that was a funny quote, you know?
So are we.
We're very funny. We're funny quotes, yeah. So, as always, we're going to end this Doctor Who podcast having talked about Kanye West. Podcast of the plan, finger on the pulse.
Podcast of the plan, baby.
Always talking about Doctor Who at every waking moment. So,
non-stop.
Crispy, you know, I'm liking this bit now where we give you the closing thoughts of the podcast. What are your closing thoughts this week?
My thought is that if Orphan 55 is a 4.1, then Morbius is at least a 5 and above.
Morbius is like a 7, so...
7 for you? Is that your genuine rating?
What's your genuine rating?
5.7.
5.7. You mean 7.5?
Because it's like... Nah, I don't know. Like, it is... I think it's good. And, like, by good, like, 50% is a pass in my eyes. And I feel like Morbius is a more than passable film.
I'm going to give it 6.9 because of the song that goes, have sex, have sex.
Nice. That's beautiful. And what a place to wrap up the episode.
Wrap it up. So thank you all for listening. And we'll see you all next Saturday when we actually talk about Series 2 and The Absorbable Off. You've dabbled with people who tease. Now meet the genuine article. Thank you all very much for listening. We will see you all next week as we talk in episode 16 about Series 2 of Doctor Who. We're going to have more episodes than there are mainline Doctors now. Isn't that crazy?
We did it!
We did it. And then that'll be the last episode next week. That'll be the end. So thank you all for listening, and we'll see you all very soon in the new episode. Until then, look after yourselves. Stay safe, and Alon Z and all that good stuff. Alon Z, baby. Come on, give us the Alon Z.
Alon Z, baby.
Alon Z, baby. While Crispy does his window wiping there. He's basically been wiping windows for the last minute. 1+1 is window, and we're ending there. Goodbye!